Guys, hey, thanks for tuning in. It's Ryan with dpmarketing.services. Hope you're doing well. If this video finds you doing well and your business getting busier and thriving and growing. Hey, so just want to come at you, fast video today. I don't know how nerdy or techie you guys are, but every year Google does this giant tech conference, and they just held it. It's called Google I/O, and so this year is Google I/O 2018. And they're talking about some of the technology changes. So what they're starting to do with marketing businesses with artificial intelligence, with AI, is really, it's unbelievable to think about. So I just want to go at your first impressions of what this move means, what this is going to mean for your HVAC or your plumbing business to really maximize that lead flow. So basically, we'll put a link in the description here, but we had, okay, so you have these smart speakers, right? They're like Google Homes, Google Home Minis, Alexas, you've probably seen them where you talk to them. Over the past couple of years, Google's been moving more and more to AI being a big focus for their services. So their spell check, for the Gmail, for their maps, artificial intelligence is becoming huge. What they did at the I/O conference, though, was they had a computer. So they had a person talk to the Google Home and say, hey, Google, book me a haircut at the salon. And what would happen, again, check this video out, you'll actually see it. What would happen is that Google would say, great, we'll take care of that. The AI itself would actually call, in this case, the salon. And the salon owner would pick up and go, hey, what's, welcome to so-and-so salon, how can we help you? And then the computers at Google, not a person, they would say, hey, I'm looking for an appointment for someone. Do you have anything around 10? And the person would be like, no, we don't have anything about 10, but we can do 11:30. And then you'd hear the computer come back and say, that might not work. How about 1:15? And then the person on the other phone, again, not knowing that this is actually a computer they're talking to, says, oh yeah, we can do 1:15. And then Google coming back saying, okay, great. Well, sounds good. We'll get it booked. So Google, it was crazy. During the conference, it might not sound like a huge deal, but here for the first time, you have a computer listening to a customer's request. In this case, it was getting a haircut, but it could have just as easily been needing a plumber or their AC's broken. Google is actually fulfilling the call. A computer is fulfilling the call in a way that a human doesn't know that it's a computer. They're booking the appointment, they're locking it out, they're saying, great, and then Google just goes back to their customer and says, hey, it's done, it's taken care of, here's your appointment. The technology is moving more and more where this will change the game. For years, marketers, HVAC companies, plumbing companies have been trying to find competitive ways to get on that page one of Google, because that's where you get the most clicks, right? So organic results are really where you want to be, but that takes time. That takes a lot of work. But that's going to be 60% of your traffic. But then you also have like the map pack and your AdWords where you're paying for all the clicks and all that's happening. But now Google's getting away with what could be called a page zero result. At no point will a customer pick up a phone and do a traditional Google search. They're just going to be talking to their phone or talking to their computer in a natural, casual way. And Google is going to inject itself in the conversation and fulfill the customer's request. This is going to be a game changer. So how this plays out, I'm really curious to see. Right now, there is some scuttlebutt after Google didn't identify itself as a computer, that Google's now saying, all right, we're going to work on actually having it where the computer will identify itself as a computer. But the technology is there for your customers to reach out and find you without ever picking up a phone, without ever picking up a Google search. This is going to change the game. So, and if you've been in business long enough, we had one of these big shifts before. It was going from the phone book to the digital era, so maybe late 90s. If you were around then, everything was print. Everything was print. You do door hangers, you do direct mail, you do phone books, you do newspaper. And that's how you got your business, is by doing print campaigns. And then when Google came on the scene in 1998, and you had GeoCities and Yahoo, you had all of these like web platforms. You started learning how does digital fit in the mix, and you had Facebook come in. You had a lot of shifts going toward the digital revolution, and now we're probably in the advent of the artificial intelligence revolution, where you're going to have a computer representing you, or a computer representing your customer, fulfilling these transactions. So now more than ever, it's really important to make sure that you're doing a great job on all fronts, that you're doing great service, that you've managed all your properties well so that Google understands what it is you do and how they connect with your business. So there's some 60 some odd authoritative sites and social platforms you need to take care of. So now more than ever, you got to make sure all those details are right, because in the next year, the next 2 years, as this AI revolution really starts taking hold, the old school ways of digital marketing are going to be dead. They're going to fall by the wayside. So this is crazy. These are initial impressions. I'm curious to see how this video ages over time, to be honest. But I would love to hear your thoughts. Check out the video to actually watch the live demo from Google. But what's your thought? Do you think it's scary? Do you think it's like, hey, cybernet's getting ready to happen? But what's your take? Leave us a note. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And let us know what you think. Guys, thanks again for your time. We'll talk to you next time.